First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. And a sincere salutation to all the Akim pushing this truth and sincerity by Shem Rakak Wadash. As you can see, the title of this article says, Pentagon reportedly running secret army of 60,000 around the world. Okay, by Mark Moore, May 18, 2021, 11:25 a.m. Okay, so this article is fairly new. All right, it says the Pentagon is running a 60,000 strong secret army made up of soldiers, civilians, and contractors who travel the world under false identities embedded in consultancies and name brand companies without the knowledge of the American people or most of Congress, according to a report. The top secret army was created by the Pentagon over the past 10 years as part of a program called Signature Reduction and operates both domestically and internationally using a low-profile force of clandestine warriors who sometimes wear civilian clothes as they carry out their assignments, Newsweek reported. The force is 10 times the size of the covert elements of the CIA, comes with a cost of more than $900 million, and engages about 130 private companies in operations in locales like the Middle East and Africa, the report said. Despite the undercover army size and budget, Congress has never held a hearing on it. It says the reported secret army was created as a part of a program called Signature Reduction. About half of the Signature Reduction force is made up of special forces, the highly trained commandos who pursue terrorists around the world, including in Iran and North Korea. Ryan Fogle is reportedly part of the secret army and was found out while trying to recruit a double agent in Russia. Okay, wow. Trying to recruit a double agent. Okay, so you see what these devils are doing, man. Okay, military intelligence specialists compromised the second largest element inside the force. So they have a lot of military intelligence specialists, okay, in this secret army. It says, but the newest and fastest growing group in the unit is made up of cyber warriors who use false personas and non-attribution or misattribution techniques online to disguise themselves so they can track high-value targets, okay, and collect publicly accessible information and engage in influence campaigns to manipulate social media. Okay, so, hey, they're on social media. Okay, they're cyber warriors. Okay, and they track high-value targets. That's why we say, you know, if you're posting this truth, okay, on YouTube or social media, they know who you are, okay? It says Ryan C. Fogle is questioned by the Russian Federal Security Service after he was arrested in Russia while working at the U.S. Embassy. Signature reduction programs, which are administered by a number of shadowy government organizations, have no unclassified definition and are portrayed by the Defense Intelligence Agency as what individuals might use to describe operational security measures for a variety of activities and operations. Okay. The report said ultimately the programs shield the operators from being identified by the groups they are tracking online and cover their cyber tracks to keep their identities secret to protect them from retaliation. One recently retired senior officer who oversaw one of the programs said no one is fully aware of their extent or the implications they have for military warfare. Everything from the status of the Geneva Conventions, where a soldier operating under false identity to be captured by an enemy, to congressional oversight is problematic. The person told Newsweek most people haven't even heard the term signature reduction, let alone what it creates. The report cited one instance in which a clandestine operative had been outed while trying to recruit a double agent. Moscow in May 2013 ordered a third secretary by the name of Ryan Fogle to leave the country and release photos of him wearing a blonde wig and carrying 4 pairs of sunglasses, a street map, a compass, a flashlight, a Swiss Army knife, and a cell phone that, according to one media article, looked like it had been on this earth for at least a decade. Fogle's expulsion attracted the attention of the international news media and brought scorn from retired CIA officials about the lack of tradecraft. You see? Hey, so this guy got caught and he got kicked out of Russia. Okay, he got outed. So basically, his cover was blown. All right, but they caught him wearing a wig and a cell phone. They looked like it had been on Earth for a decade. Okay, so as you see, Esau's counsels are failing. They send guys like this. And he got he got outed. His cover got blown, basically, I guess. Right? Let's see. Okay. Well, I'll leave the article in the description box so you can read it yourself, but that's kind of funny. Okay. This is what he's wearing. This is what he had on: 4 pairs of sunglasses, 2 wigs. Hey man, Esau's a devil, man. He is a deceiver for sure. Okay. It says Fogle's expulsion attracted the attention of the international news media and brought scorn from retired CIA officials about the lack of tradecraft. Right, Esau's getting sloppy. Okay, they're getting outed. But Fogle's mocked cell phone hit a more sophisticated device. Brenda Connolly, not her real name, a Newsweek pointed out, works for a small defense contractor that produces instruments for signature reduction. Connolly said Fogle's seemingly outdated phone concealed a covert communications device that he was wearing, a radio frequency identification shield to block electronic tracking. And who do you think implants those devices? Connolly asked, then answers, military guys, special ops guys working to support even more secretive operations. Okay. So basically, Esau has an army, man. Okay. He has a secret army around the world, okay, that are, conducting a secretive operation. They're supposed to, whether in domestic or international, or on the internet, in the cyber world, okay? And they have ways to, to stop them from being tracked. This guy was holding some type of old device that really was, stopped him from getting tracked, They have false personas, false pages on the internet, and basically they gather information, okay? What does it say here? Let's run this back. It says the Pentagon is running a 60,000 strong secret army made up of soldiers, civilians, and contractors who travel the world under false identities embedded in consultancies and name brand companies. You see? Without the knowledge of the American people or most of Congress, according to a report. Right. So, Esau got a secret army, okay, among the population. Okay, and they basically do, whatever they're told, And if you ask me, it's anything that is clandestine, okay, which basically means secretive, is evil, The Lord said he did nothing in secret. Okay? They say they're running around. What does it say here? They pursue terrorists around the world. Okay? Including Iran and North Korea. You see? So Esau doesn't play fair, man. He got spies. Okay, he got his tentacles reach into every facet of life. It says here, what does it say? It said here something to the effect of there's people in name brand companies, so every company that you could possibly imagine probably has people like this that are working somehow, some way for Esau's agenda. They take care of their own people. They're in everything. In every facet of life you can imagine, Esau has an agent in there. Okay. Right. This is what it says here. They travel the world under false identities, embedded in consultancies and name brand companies without the knowledge of the American people. You see? So, hey, who knows, man? Maybe in the company you work for, there is a member of this secret army who is trained to basically, fulfill Esau's agenda, whatever secret operation, man. Okay. And if it's without the knowledge of the American people, best believe it's something deceptive. It's something against the populace. All right. So, to the spirit, man, I thought to do something on this. The Lord said he did nothing in secret. This is Luke 8:17. It says, for nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. Even this, this Fogle character, even he got outed. Look at him. Hey, he got made known. He he got made known. He couldn't hide even if he had 4 wigs. What does this say? He was trying to what? He was trying to convert a double agent? The hell is that? Where did it say that? Salakia. I wanted to read that part. But the point is that there's nothing hid. There's nothing secret that is not going to be made known. Esau, his agenda, his 60,000, okay, his 60,000 workers of iniquity in his secret army are going to all be made known, and they're being made known. The Lord is putting, shedding his light, okay, on all this wickedness. This is what it says right here, right at the top. The report cited one instance in which a clandestine operative had been outed while trying to recruit a double agent. What? A clandestine operative, right, had been outed while trying to recruit a double agent? Huh. How do you recruit a double agent? Wow. These devils ain't got nothing better to do but to play spy games, man. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. The Lord said he did nothing in secret. Okay, this is Ecclesiastes 12:14. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. Okay, and we know that if anything is done in secret, it's more than likely it's evil. Okay, these clandestine operatives trying to recruit double agents, like, for what? Okay, What are you doing? What's really going on? Okay. The Most High is going to bring every work into judgment, everything that these Edomites are doing, and their operatives, their cronies, their minions are doing, is going to be, brought into judgment. Every secret thing, every covert operation they've done on this earth, every every bit of warfare, whether it be cyber, whether it be on land, whether it be biological, chemical warfare, psyops, whatever, all this stuff is going to be brought into judgment, man. Everything that they've done in the secret is going to be brought into judgment, man. Okay? Make no mistake. You see? This is Job 9:24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Okay? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. You see? The wicked has the earth. Okay? And they have power over the earth. They have minions. They have operatives. Okay? They have people that are working towards their agenda. Why? Because they rule the world, and their tentacles spread out throughout the whole world, and everything, they manipulate every facet of life and for them, for their, their evil, wicked agenda. Okay. They're ruling the world in wickedness by doing all kinds of secret things, man. Okay. If it ain't the C-19 pandemic, if it ain't the collapsing of the dollar, okay, if it ain't some war somewhere, if it ain't taking somebody out of power, or some conspiracy, like the bringing down of the Twin Towers, naming Osama bin Laden as public enemy number one, all these different things that they have done, the shooting of JFK. That's another thing too. They say the driver, they say that, one of an ex-Navy intelligence officer, William Cooper, he wrote a book called Behold a Pale Horse. He said that the driver was the one that shot JFK. Okay. He's one of the men that delivered the shots to JFK. Okay. It was the driver. He shot him with the left hand over his right hand shoulder, and he turned back. And there's a video on YouTube about it. All right. And that dude was also, he was silenced. William Cooper, he actually released a bunch of information about the government. But anyway, all these secret operations that they've kept secret, that film that everyone sees about, JFK getting shot on the grassy knoll, none of that stuff is it's actually a doctored. They spliced it so you can never really see, but there's actual film of the driver shooting JFK, and it's authentic. All right, so all these things are coming out. All this that was done in the secret by Esau, Edom is coming out. Everything. Okay, and this is why we go so much into news articles and world events in the news and stuff, because we have to shed light on these things through the Spirit. Okay, but yes, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay, they that is wicked. Okay, for you to send out 60,000 people, and that's just that's a rough number. Who knows how much more people there are out there that are doing, the bidding of Esau, for some secret agenda. All right. This is Psalm 64 and 2. Hide me from the counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Okay. And this is what we pray. We pray to Yahweh Shem Yahushai to hide us from the secret counsel, because they have counsel secretly. Okay. They gather together, okay, in robes, in rooms in the dark, or even if it's in the daylight, they block off perimeters and they have meetings where they speak about foreign policy. They speak about laws. They speak about things that are going to happen in the future. The common people, all right, are not allowed in. They know nothing of what's going on. These people, all right, this secret council of the wicked, they're the ones. This is where they pick presidents. This is where they start wars. And topple governments and things like that. This is all this is actually, it's true. A lot of people, they don't, they believe their government and but in reality, this is Satan's, army. Okay. Esau Edom uses America and its military to basically subjugate the whole world. That's why there's so many bases all over the world. Okay, it says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Right, insurrection, it means a rising up. And we pray that the Lord hides us. Okay, from when the enemy comes in like a flood. Okay, when these troops try to come in because they've been watching you post YouTube videos, eating popcorn, knowing your Hebrew name. Okay. They're watching. Hide me. Guys like Ryan Fogle wearing a wig. He's by himself in his house wearing sunglasses, wearing a blonde wig, watching you on YouTube. These dudes are gone, Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Right? They work iniquity. You see? They get paid every day to work at some iniquity, at work at some wickedness. They have plans. They have assignments that they must carry out. Okay? Who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. Right? They whet their tongue like a sword. They speak, okay, things into existence, like policies, laws, It says to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, right? They speak, they speak against Israelites. What can we do, to further enslave the mind of the Israelites? And we hear their crafty speeches. We hear Biden, okay, when he addresses Congress and the things that he says. He didn't write that. Somebody wrote that. Somebody somewhere wrote that. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes, man. There's a lot of people that are with Esau. A lot of Edomites. Or even 2/3 of Jake. They for a paycheck, they think they're fighting a greater cause, but they're deceived. Okay, it says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Right, they shoot in secret at the perfect. Okay. Because we just read that they're cyber warriors, with fake identities, fake personas. They're probably following you. There's a lot of scam likelies, people that call you, and what's this thing about, you get calls about your car warranty, it's funny because there's been a lot of, weird internet activity going on. And, I'm not the only one. I've heard other people saying that, they've been hacked and stuff like that. They can't use their debit cards and, online and, all this other stuff, man. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? Right. They commune of laying snares privily, right? They get together and they talk about laying snares privily, setting traps, because they think nobody can see them. They think they're doing all this covertly and clandestine and undercover. They're undercover and whatnot, but no, the Lord sees them. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. You see? They search out iniquities, right? They search out, different things, whether it be, chemtrails and who, where can we dump these chemtrails? They get together and they encourage themselves. Oh, we know that there's Israelites here, or we know that there's people over there that we need to stop, and let's send somebody over there, and we'll park a police car here, and this lady works down the street there, and believe it, believe it. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. Okay, so they're very much involved in this. Okay, they think that America's gonna stand forever. They think Edomite supremacy is gonna last. Okay, but the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. Right, because ultimately the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, is going to destroy them. Okay, in the Third World War, which they are inventing. They are starting it. Okay, Biden just came out and said that they want to send $3 billion to Israel. Okay, and Israel is bombing, Palestinians, killing kids and women and all kinds of stuff. They've been doing it for years. What is America's interest in Israel? And we know that those are not the real chosen. Okay, so that's a perfect example. That's a perfect example of them, laying snares privily, because ultimately there's going to be a Third World War, and everyone's going to gather in that side of the world, and the Lord's going to gather them all to ultimately judge the heathen. You see? So, they call us conspiracy theorists, but this is true. This is very much true. This is some 007 and 8 James Bond stuff. They make movies like this, like the movie The Saint. Check that movie out, The Saint. Movies like The Good Shepherd and The Brotherhood of the Bell. That's another good movie. That's an old movie, about a dude who he becomes in a secret society, and they ask him to do something and he doesn't do it. Then his whole life gets turned upside down, and all these different organizations and people and everything turns against him. Like Enemy of the State. That's another good one. Where Will Smith, he finds himself with his money's taken out the bank, and he's just, they slander him on TV. This is what this is speaking about. So shall they make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Right. The Edomites are they're starting to come out. They're so proud. They're starting to come out and just say boldly what they're doing. They're even telling on one another. Okay. It says, and all men shall fear and shall declare the work of the Most High, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. The righteous shall be glad in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory. You see, so ultimately Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has them in the trick bag. The evil is created. The wicked are created for the day of evil. They were all created to be wicked. They were created to do this on the earth, to work iniquity. Okay, ultimately to just be destroyed and to be burnt. In the Third World War, and by them chariots. That's another thing. They've been saying that the chariots are UFOs and that there's green men in them. Okay, when they know that those are the angels. You see, they've been hiding that from the people. Why? Because they don't want the people to know. They don't want people to know that they're the Israelites. They don't want people to be have faith in their power. They want them to just be ignorant and in a dumbed down state. Okay, it says the righteous shall be glad in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory. You see, it's glorious. It's glorious to know the truth about the matters of things. We're not ignorant of any little matter. These scriptures, they speak about these things. So it's not a coincidence. This is starting to come out now. Esau, his tongue falling upon him. It's all being made manifest. This devil has nowhere to hide, nowhere to run. His power is waning. It's failing him. And ultimately, he's just, he's about to get confronted by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, So, Lord willing, this was edifying. I wanted to bring this out. There is believe there's a secret council, and there is an insurrection of the workers of iniquity. There is a rising up of these workers of iniquity, but it's being outed by the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, like he spoke. Okay, so we have the upper hand because we know these things, man. Okay, because the Lord has revealed these things to us through the Spirit. Okay, so Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to say Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai. Shalom.